Murder, me think that. Whoa, tell the bad like me, tell the bad like me.
New laws are necessary, new structures are necessary. It cannot be that we just have this pandemic going and it doesn't really, nothing changes.
On our last program, we started looking at the Jamaican gun culture. Let's now pick up with part 2 and bring it to conclusion. Because of the explicit content, I cannot play the audio of some of these clips, so you'll just have to use your imagination. Alright, so let's jump into it and then come back for comments, alright?
Gunshot, this guy with the mixed breed. Gunshot, this guy with the mixed breed. Whoa, tell the bad like me, tell the bad like me.
No badness in a gully. Gully British.
No joke. Gaza forever, man.
No joke. Black for the chip, man.
4PF, man.
Now I understand that there are social circumstances in Jamaica. Social circumstances that face people that cause some of them to make the wrong choices. But when they go to make those choices, when they decide to make those choices, something should be there that says, listen, there are consequences that flow from making those choices. Our criminals in Jamaica largely prey upon people who come from a same background but make different choices. That's who they prey on. And I'm saying that we, as a country, have to have a different conversation around these things.
Murder!
After this, you know, you from the road, you hear that?
Murder, me.
Turn around and shoot them, good old them, cause I sue them.
I am saying that in an environment where 92% of our people last week were killed by a gun and 85% year on year are murdered with a gun, it cannot be. And for whatever reason, I'm not ascribing reason or blame. I'm saying that it's not adequate when I review 16 cases from the beginning of the year, and in no case of those cases of illegal possession were the persons required to go to jail. None in 16 cases. Is either a fine, a suspended sentence, or probation. This is real. I'm not blaming anyone. It's just how our system works. And there's a reason why it hasn't been effective in deterring, because it's not deterrent in nature. It doesn't deter. It cannot deter. Consequences matter. And I know in the coming up, the days after this, you're going to hear another debate about enforcement and consequences. A circular argument that does nothing to protect the people that we serve. Consequences must matter. It's not a philosophical thing, and sometimes we intellectualize things that are very practical.
Now, as for these young men glorifying guns, gangs, and violence, it is a sad state that this country is in, and it's been here for a while. And as for the musicians who don't want to take responsibility, I'm not saying they are responsible for all of it, but they have the largest, they have the biggest influence on these young men. You listen to the lyrics, they walk the lyrics, they talk the lyrics, and they act out the lyrics. And some of our musicians, they're just the same anyway. Most of them, well, not most, but quite a few of them are criminals, and this is what they preach, this is what they practice. It's a lifestyle for them. This too is part of the slavery mentality. When you have such power, such influence, and all you can do is spew negativity and influence others, then it's a sad case for you too. It is really a sad case for you too, because 90% of the time, those horrors come to visit your doorstep. It is sad. And we have to do better. If you think that you are the best lyricist, then you can no doubt come up with good, positive content for people to feed their minds on. Whether you like it or not, you are a big influence on these young men, and they are following you, and you have to take some of the responsibility. Most of these musicians try to run away from their responsibility when the mess hits the fan, but you are to be blamed equally. The society is in a rotten state, and cleanup needs to be happening, but it first starts with the brain. Our great Marcus Garvey said, "None but yourselves can free your mind." We have to start looking out for each other. We have to start living like decent human beings. We have to start caring for this country. We have to start being mindful of what we put out there. When we sow seed, we be careful of what we sow, because seeds will grow, and that is irrefutable. Thanks for sticking around. Remember, before you leave, subscribe, comment, like, share, or even dislike. Again, it's a part of the process. So big up until next time. Peace out.